Day in and day out, we are always doing some action or what is known as karma. Action or even inaction for that matter is said to trigger a series of counter reactions or karma which can be either instantaneous or may play out on us after a short period or after a long period or even in our next birth, it is said. All our actions or reactions or even inaction, as I said earlier, can be either good or bad, thereby earning what is known as punya or pap. Pap or papa, loosely translated, means sin. What constitutes sin is again a controversial subject. However, as a broad guideline or benchmark, it is interesting to note that Mahabharata lists out the sins. This is when Arjuna, the third Pandava, was to kill Jayadartha the next day before sunset in retaliation for Arjuna's son Abhimanyu's death in Kurukshetra war. Here, Arjuna lists out the sin. Here it goes: killing one's own mother or father. This includes scolding them. On and off, we hear such attacks. Here is one as an example. Lusting elders' wives. Kali Yuga is more of a Kama Yuga. Lusting does not necessarily mean physical relations. Our depravity is easily understood how Indian movies focus their cameras and how such movies run to packed houses. It is unfortunate. The next sin is carrying tales, meaning listening to one person and playing it out to their disadvantage to another person, then celebrating without a reason. For example, do not prepare sweets, extra sweets or dishes apart from your normal menu except when there are occasions. If done on a normal day, it is said that sweet or dish should be first offered to God and then only to be partaken by you. Just for satisfying your palate, don't hog. The next sin, Arjuna says, is killing intelligent people, including berating them for their knowledge. As someone said, never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with their experience. Next one is condemning others. Social media, as you all know, is full of condemnation, defamatory and virulent attacks, exhibiting the pent-up feelings of unsatisfied soul. Lot of karma or sin is accumulated. Then, when goods, money or news are held in trust, never betray them. This includes information received in trust or by the virtue of the office you hold. We see lot of insider information being outside as information is leaked out, whether it is in corporate world or in the political world, including the governments. The next one, he says, is making the other person believe in you and your action, thoughts, and then cheating them. As an extension to this sin, we can take the example of today's hackers impersonating as someone to siphon off funds from gullible people. Then the other sin is not to cohabit with a woman who has been used by others. That is not to visit a prostitute. Then always telling only negative qualities of good men is a sin. Our social media is full of trolls belittling people who are following the path of dharma. As another dimension to it, refraining to tell bad qualities of bad person is also a sin. Killing and harming of cows and Brahmin is a sin. I don't know how beef eating population can ever come out of this. Next is, before eating, first food should be offered to gods, then to our Pitrus, then to our guests, and finally we have to partake the same. If not, you accumulate sin. A Brahmin who has studied Veda but teaches others for profit incurs sin. In ancient Bharatavarsha, teaching was always free. At the end of his learning, the disciple offers Guru Dakshina according to his capacity. Condemning and complaining about aged and elderly people is also a sin. Looking after aged and elderly people is the normal complaint in most of the houses. Ayo, my father is like this. Ayo, my mother is like this. Viewers know better about this. It is said you incur sin when you kick or disrespect a sacrificial fire where a homa is being done, or if you kick or disrespect a Brahmin or a cow. Those who spit, urinate, defecate in rivers, flowing waters incur a lot of sins. Here we can understand the importance of cleanliness and the environmental impact the ancient placed on each aspect of living. One should never bath in naked. It is a sin, whether in a river, stream, or in one's own bathroom. Always wear a lion's cloth that could be covered around your waist. Possibly this was a sin, as in earlier times bathing was mostly in rivers and in the open. A guest is a god. Never allow a guest to leave without him or her having food. As the occasion demands, at least offer them some. More importantly, welcome them with a smile, talk about their joys and sorrows, and make them feel comfort. Committing suicide is listed as a great sin. Thinking that committing suicide will end one's problem, they are completely wrong. As Shastra says, greater suffering is in store for such persons in the afterlife, which cannot be visualized when we are living. Liars are listed as one of the greatest group of sinners. A person who listens to his servants and leads his life sins. A person enjoying life without supporting his family is sinful. There are no comforts to the family, but the family head enjoys parties with his friends and others. Enjoying oneself at the cost of the family happiness is a sin. Another listed sin is not calling a learned or a sattvic person who is near you for functions, celebrations, and other ceremonies. Adding insult to the injury, ignoring the one near you, you call a person who is far in terms of distance and your relation. Drinking alcohol is a sin.
ಒಳಗೆ ಸೇರಿದರೆ ಗುಂಡು ಹುಡುಗಿಯಾಗುವಳು ಗಂಡು.
Being not grateful is a sin. This could mean one should always be grateful or thankful for everyone in the family, your teachers, your elders, your community, your religion, your country, and to God Himself. Thank you.